I'm Jake Jaramillo.
I'm Kathy Jaramillo.
We say our last names differently.
So we spell it the same.
This morning, we're going to lead one of the 18 stairway walks that's going on all over the city. And
by Feet First.
Sponsored by Feet First. And even though that's mainly about raising people's awareness of the Stairway Network and how important it is to preserve them, it's all about having fun. And we still love going out on these walks because we get to meet people, we get outside. It's a beautiful day, even though we have our warm clothing on. It's just beautiful. There's blue skies. We're going to have a really great time today. So really, it's all about fun and exploration.
And we like sharing these walks with people because you get people that have lived in the neighborhood and say to you, wow, I've lived here for 20 years, but I've never walked down this street and I never knew there was a stairway here. And then you have people that have driven all the way across town or taken the bus all the way across town to check out a new and different neighborhood.
We've been living in Seattle almost 13 years now. And when we first moved up, we came from Southern California. And what got us started with stairway walking was a book that we discovered when we were still living in Southern California called...
My parents had a book called Stairway Walks of Los Angeles. So when we would come up to visit my parents on the weekend, it was a tradition to take one of those chapters and go explore some of the hills of Los Angeles. And we found some really unique, interesting, historical neighborhoods in Los Angeles. And of all places, you don't think of stairways in Los Angeles. You think of a big, flat area.
Most people think of LA as, like Kathy said, just being a flat metropolis, but actually there are neighborhoods, and somebody went to the trouble to discover them. So when we came up here to Seattle, we started just exploring because we really love the neighborhoods here.
And the author of the book for Stairway Walks of Los Angeles is Ada Bakalinsky, and she lives in San Francisco, and she also has a book called Stairway Walks of San Francisco, and that's what she's known for. And so when Jake and I came up to Seattle and we got all excited about, oh, look at all these stairways, this is great, let's go out and buy the Seattle Stairway Walk book. And then we realized
there wasn't
one.
So we took it upon ourselves to start a blog, and we started exploring and thinking about routes that would make sense, that would be fun to walk and that had interesting historical or artistic or architectural features. And we started creating these routes, and we put them onto the blog. And we kind of had in the back of our mind doing a book, but the first step was this blog, and that morphed to the book.
The part I liked the most was going to all the different unique neighborhoods in Seattle. We currently live in West Seattle, but it got us out to Ballard, Fremont, Queen Anne.
Exploring all over.
And every neighborhood is unique and different and has a different culture and feel. So it was sort of going to 15 different towns within a big city.
So it took probably 2 to 3 years to research and write the book. And over that time, we learned so much about the different neighborhoods and the history of how Seattle developed, how the neighborhoods developed, the role that the electric streetcars played, as well as logging, and how neighborhoods came into being.
And how transportation is so important to this type of city.
Yeah. And right now, our main focus is maintaining and preserving the stairs and letting people know what a wonderful, valuable legacy they are here in Seattle, because we're really a world-class stairway city. There's only a couple of cities in the U.S. that have more stairways than we do. We have just about 650 publicly accessible stairways. So we have this huge network. It was built over 100 years ago, and it's really a major part of the pedestrian infrastructure for Seattle, and we want to keep it preserved and valued.
Yeah, so initially it was just the excitement and the exploration of the neighborhoods and the stairways, but now we've sort of moved a little bit further down the advocacy. These stairways are important. How come people aren't taking care of them? Can the city build more of them?
Thanks once again for attending.
Thank you.